Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. This is the show where I tell you what it's like to run an insurance agency. I've been doing this since 2004, and I have made all the mistakes for you. So I share stories of my past, things that I've done that have helped me, things that I've done that have hurt me. I also talk about things that I do on a week-to-week basis because I'm still running my shop today. And so I like to share stories from the field so that you can benefit. So if this has been beneficial for you, do me a favor and give me a review. I'd really appreciate it. Just go to Apple Podcasts on your phone, search for the show, click the review section, and give me some stars and a review. I'd really appreciate it. Hey, I got a question for you. Did you know the average American spends 2.5 hours on social media every single day? That's 25% of their free time. That's crazy. These are your clients and potential clients, and you have to be where they are spending time. You've heard me talk about how important it is to be active on social media, but sometimes you need a little boost. So let's talk about how you can up your social media game with Social Jazz. It's a new social media automation tool with content designed specifically for our industry. This does all the heavy lifting for you. You can plan an entire year of content through this platform. It's amazing. It does this by automatically publishing ready-made insurance-specific posts that educate, engage, and drive leads. All you have to do is pick a few topics and a few occasions from their catalog, a link to your social media accounts, and you're on your way. Now, Social Jazz is offering my listeners a free 14-day trial plus 20% off the monthly subscription for your first 2 months. Sign up at socialjazz.com/Dietz and put your social media on autopilot. Hey, what's up? Hey, I wanted to talk about something about a conversation I had with an agent that I am training with. And we just got in a good marketing conversation, and I wanted to share it with you. So my marketing plans and the way I built my business over years has really been on the ground. And I just am going to continue to pound this into your head because I think it's a smart way to do it, even with the advances of technology and the ability to buy internet leads and set up drip campaigns and use social media and all that stuff. That stuff's all really important. You should do some of that stuff. But the way that I have built my business over time has been with relationships, okay? And I was talking to an agent this morning, and he said, Matt, tell me what you think of this plan, because it was something that I think we talked about before. He said, I'm going to take 3 people to lunch every week. And he's got connections with banking and mortgage industry from a previous career, and he's connected in his town and things like that. And so he said, what if I took 3 people to lunch every week for 3 months? He and I talk about building these systems and trying them out for 90 days. And I think it'll be good. He goes, the other thing is, he says, at some point in the conversation, they're going to ask about my business, which is perfect, right? Like, you have a captive audience of 1. And so you're going to get into the conversation, right? You're buying someone lunch, and that's just a natural way conversations trend. How are things at your work? Or what do you do? They probably know what you do, but it's going to come to you, right? Now, he's already done this with a handful of mortgage brokers, and he said he's probably written business on 70% of them. He says those 7 out of 10 of them become clients of his, which is incredible, right? Think of that closing ratio. So run the numbers with me, okay? 3 a week times 4. You're going to have 12. You're going to take 12 people to lunch every month. First of all, what's that going to cost you, right? Let's say it's $15 per, that's $180 you're going to pay in lunch for them. You're going to buy lunch for yourself anyway. Okay. So it's going to cost you $180 to do this. That's pretty cheap, right? I told him too. I was like, look, when I built my business, I started from scratch. I did not make a lot of money. I didn't have a marketing budget, when I first started. You don't make anything when you get started. Okay. And so my budget, I learned how to really build a business on the cheap. I didn't have hundreds or thousands of dollars that I was spending on marketing. I still don't, because I know how to do it without doing that. Okay. So I loved that. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. So this marketing is going to cost $180 a month. What marketing are you doing right now that's costing only $180 a month? And that's going to definitely lead to business. Okay. Now, if you're doing this right and you take 12 mortgage brokers to lunch every month, gosh, I promise you're going to get business from them. I promise you. Okay. I'm not going to walk you through exactly how to have these conversations. Maybe that's for another podcast, but these people are going to feel obligated to give you a shot. Okay. Unless they're married to their insurance agent that they refer to. The one question I would say is I'll give you one tip, is just ask for a shot. Are you willing to give me a try? Just give me one. Let me show you what I can do. Okay. And that's how it starts. All right. So now what if you did this for a whole year and you took out 144 mortgage brokers to lunch? Okay. What's that going to cost you? $180, $2,100 is going to be your annual budget for this. And you're going to have lunch with 144 mortgage brokers. I mean, come on. That's just the numbers. I'm not saying that you can pull that off. I think you should try it for 1 month, 2 months, and 3 months. The work here is going to be setting the appointments and reaching out to these people and inviting people to lunch. Okay. If you live in a populated area, there's tons of mortgage brokers. The other thing you can do is once you go to lunch with a mortgage broker, a lot of these people work with teams. You say, hey, you got anyone else in your office that I can take to lunch? What if you collected an entire office of mortgage brokers? Okay. This is a sound way to spend your time and money. Okay. Those are some big numbers. Those numbers alone, think about that. Meet 144 mortgage brokers. If I told you could meet 144 mortgage brokers for $2,000, you would do it. Okay. So that is something that you can do. And I'm not going to get into systems and, how to earn their business and things like that. I have another podcast back that I've talked about on how to have that conversation. But, the thing is getting in front of people, having some human interaction with people, looking them in the eye, asking them about themselves, getting to know about themselves, not just their business, but where are you from? Tell me about your family. Like all those things lead to real business. All right. There's a good chance you might even make some friends doing it. Okay. So this is a good way to spend your time and money. So I just wanted to get that in front of you. If this is something that you don't want to do as an agent, that's fine. If you have I told him too, he's got a couple of producers. I said, if you can do this, there's no reason that you can't have a producer do it too. This is how you scale, right? So once you do this for 90 days and you kind of work out the kinks and you've learned how to set the appointments and you've learned how to have the conversations, then you train it away. You can continue to do it, of course, and then you train it away. Now you're dividing and conquering, okay? And your agency is meeting, dozens of mortgage brokers, over the course of the first quarter or two, all right? So I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's a very sound way to spend your time and money. It doesn't take a lot of time. You have to eat anyway, right? Might as well be meeting with people. Now, the other thing we talked about too is you do this for a certain period of time and you do this with 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 people, you're going to write business from these people. And some of them are going to turn into referral sources. So over the course of like the next few years, this is how you build referral networks. Okay. This is how you do it. And so while you might spend $2,000, how many policies do you have to write to make $2,000 back? Okay. Not that many. So I would recommend you put something in play and you try this for 90 days. Go meet some people and get some business. I think you'll be amazed. I think you'll be pleasantly, once those binders start coming in and you're getting opportunities to earn people's business, you're going to want to continue to do it. Once you see that anything works, you continue to do it or you do it more. Okay. So, and hell, if you can't afford $180 a month, so take them to coffee. All right. $3 for a cup of coffee, $3 times. So it costs you $50 to do this. All right. It's crazy. Anyway, just think about that and put it into play. There you go. My name's Matt. This is Agency Launch. Do me a favor and send me a text, 208-213-8809. You can also check out my course at Agency Launch at agencylaunch.net. It's everything that I've learned as a 16-year agent. And you can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Dietz Agency. And of course, find me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for listening and keep up the good work.